Hey all, Megan and Carrie here. We're bringing you a review from the band The Nords from the show at the Sands Casino, April 10th, 2014. We're going to start things off with the crowd interaction. It was so-so. And they did have some interaction with the crowd. They kind of went down a little bit once or twice into the very front of the crowd. They didn't so much interact with them. They didn't talk to the crowd very often. They didn't go out and speak to people after the show and stuff. But let's break it down a little bit. The bass player slash lead singer, he had a cordless bass, which means with a big cordless bass, he's not attached to anything. He should have got down, gone out into the crowd, played the bass while his guitarist or his keyboardist was playing. Or even, like I've seen it done before with lead singers who play instruments. So even if they only play instruments for a song or two while they're singing, to take the mic, bring it with them, hand it to somebody in the crowd, or a couple people in the crowd, and have them hold it for them while they were singing. Even if you have a wired mic, you can still do that because you can just go towards the very edge of the crowd. Especially in a place like Sands where the stage is only like less than 4 or 4.5 off the ground. It's very easy to take the mic down to the stage. I've seen bands at Sands with corded mics take the mics into the audience. Even if you have a bass or guitar with a cord on it, you can still go a little bit into the audience. You can still go a row or two into the audience. If you get off the stage, even with your corded mic, even with your corded bass, even with your corded guitar, you can still get down, go out, and interact with the fans. A little bit. Sing to them or play by them. I've seen it with guitar players that's got guitars with the cords attached to them. They go down, they go as far as the cord lets them, plays a little bit, goes back up on stage. And even you can interact more by talking to the crowd in between songs, taking a brief pause between songs, asking the crowd for requests, or taking two. If you need to kill a few minutes, take 2 songs, ask the crowd which one they want to hear. Let the crowd decide what they want to hear next. We've seen bands do that before several times, and it makes the crowd feel more a part of the show when they get pick what song they hear next, instead of just being, okay, this is what we're doing for you next, this is what we're doing for you next, we're moving right to the next song, and so on. Also, after the show, well, we should mention right now that with them being called the Nords, they do go on stage appearing to be Nords. They wear thick glasses. They wear the long odd socks. Thick glasses, taped up glasses, shorts and tops are mismatched. Like different colored checkers and stuff like that. And then after the show, they spent maybe 5 minutes. I saw 1 or 2 guys from the band out in the main area to talk to people. But they talked to 1 or 2 people, took 1 or 2 pictures, and then they disappeared. When a fan approached a stagehand that was taking down the equipment, and asked something about the band, the response was they changed. A minute later, you see 1 or 2 of them come out, grab just the gear, just the bass or the whatever they had, and then they left. They didn't spend time talking to the crowd. So pretty much overall, I think the crowd interaction is a part that they need to work on a little bit. And the crowd response, with it being a Thursday night at Sands, it wasn't a big crowd, but it was an average crowd for Sands. So the crowd response was good. They were dancing, they were singing along, they were moving all around, they were paying attention to the band. And with the stage show, they did move around the stage. The bass player went from end to end. Can I talk? went from end to end and moved all around. They did all kinds of songs.
They did songs that not many people do, like
they did songs a lot of people do, like I Love Rock and Roll. They did Hey Soul Sister.
They did songs that bands used to do that they don't do anymore. Like, I think it's called, like, Fire Burning by Sean Kingston and stuff like that. They,
I really like the way they ended the show. They did that in a way that I don't even see bands do the song with words, let alone without.
They did it by ending the night with the Star Spangled Banner, accompanied by light and sound guys throwing up the American flag above the one guitar player's head.
And it was done in an instrumental way, with no words. It's pretty much what instrumental means.
For those of you who don't know.
They were just playing the Star Spangled Banner. That's the way they ended the show. And I like that. That was different.
And the audience seemed to really enjoy it too. They were all standing there with their hands over the heart like they were when someone's singing the Star Spangled Banner.
The band interaction
among each other.
They do communicate with each other the way a band should. Not necessarily verbally, but with motions,
or gestures.
Or they just say one word to say what the next song is, whether they say the artist name or whatever. But it was typical and good. Typical isn't good this time because they did have the interaction. They did communicate with each other. The energy from the band.
They had a lot of energy that they did give from the beginning of a set to the end of a set. They kept it up. They moved around a lot. They jumped around.
Moved around from end to end of the stage. They interacted with each other more. They just had the crowd up and moving, which is always good with a band, if they have the crowd up and moving. So you can check them out at the links provided. There's all kinds of links. Reverb, Facebook, everything's there. What they have is linked below,
along with pictures and videos from the show on Thursday, April 10th at Sands Casino. To close this out, we consider the Nerds a good band. You should give them a chance. Check them out. They do play all over the country, even though they're all based out of New Jersey. And we just have to say to them, if
you're watching this, just work on your crowd interaction. Just talk to the fans a little bit longer. Go down, walk around the crowd, walk around the whole area. Even if it's people sitting back, they're still paying attention. They're just not up and moving. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they just don't feel like dancing. Maybe they don't like dancing. But they would still appreciate if you wander around with your bass for a minute and you just come back and you talk to them, or you're wandering around with a mic or something and you come back and you sing by them or whatever. They'll appreciate it. Trust me.
Or even, like we mentioned before, if you give the crowd a choice between two different songs to do.
Let the crowd know you value them.
And it makes them feel a part of the show.
And besides that, you guys were really good. It was really good. It was a good show. Talk to the fans a little bit more. Interact with them. Peace.
Wow.